Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel Coding Rabbit. We are starting our first series of courses, that is course for absolute beginners on JavaScript language. So let's move to our course curriculum, and we are talking about the topics which we are going to cover in this video series, and this is our first video of this series, and we are talking about JavaScript in this now, and we will discuss about the topics which we are going to cover in this video later on in this video. Now let's start with it. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a scripting or a programming language that allows you to change things dynamically on web page. We will show you the example in this video, like how we change the things on web page by the help of JavaScript. These days JavaScript is used for backend development as well. Like in history, we are not capable to do things on in JavaScript language on backend side. Okay, and if we talk about today's scenario, we can build anything in the JavaScript, and like a system application or a mobile application or another web applications as well, we can develop these days in JavaScript. But in history we didn't allow these things to do in JavaScript, and JavaScript is interpreted in a functional language. So if we talk about what is interpreted is a thing like we convert our code into machine code, but in JavaScript we compile or interpret our uh, code basically to the machine code. And in like in history, JavaScript only interprets our code, like it never compiles our code. It just interprets line by line, and it goes to the machine code and it converts, it works like uh, as a interpreted language. But these days it is dependent on the JavaScript engine that it could be compiled as well. So guys, if someone asks you that JavaScript is an interpreted language, you can say yes, JavaScript is an interpreted language, but it is dependent on the machine. The machine basically, the JavaScript machine which runs this code. Okay, so JavaScript is an interpreted language, but it depends like how the JavaScript engine is coded in that form or built in a form, like it needs a compiler or just a interpreter. So JavaScript is interpreted language, but it can be developed in scenario of compiled languages like Java. Basically Java converts its code to bytecode first, then it uh, converts its code into machine code. So here it is not the scenario. In JavaScript it is interpreted, like it will only convert our code line by line. In JavaScript it will convert whole code in a bytecode, then it will convert into machine code. But it could be there like a JavaScript engine can be developed in a form where we all the JavaScript engine itself compile the code. So JavaScript is interpreted language, and it's a functional language because everything is function and object in JavaScript. And JavaScript is synchronous. What means the synchronous? Synchronous is like we we write our code, and this runs line by line. It will not go like first line will run and then 2 3 line it skips and then it goes to fourth line, then it goes to second line. But we can do this thing by the asynchronous in the JavaScript. We can write the code in that way, it will work as a asynchronous, but by default JavaScript is synchronous. So I will tell you what is synchronous code, example of synchronous code, and example of asynchronous code. You can do that in this language, and this is a very lightweight language. Lightweight language means this have a very less memory footprints because it uses a very less memory, and even it has a very small set of global functions which we can use in the language, and it makes a help in creating a lightweight language. And but we can achieve everything in the JavaScript by the helps of libraries, and the external code we can write by our own hands. Okay, so this is not that key that we can't complete our functionality in JavaScript. We can write anything in this, but the basic package, the basic APIs we have in the JavaScript are very less, and because of this is very lightweight language. So it's a very fast language, and it is a single threaded language. Single threaded means it have only one thread. When we request something to our JavaScript code, it will only run that request, and after that request it takes the second request. It will not run parallelly two requests on the thread because it has a only single thread basically. But yes, we can achieve multi-threading as well in this by the help of workers, but by default JavaScript is a single threaded language, so it is a single threaded in nature. If we talk about where we use the JavaScript, everywhere. Now we can use JavaScript everywhere. Like in previous history we can only use on the web application, now we can use it on the mobile or system application. Even on JavaScript is used even on the data science, even in the machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain technologies. We can use it everywhere. IoT devices, anything you can think, we can use JavaScript on those places, on those systems, on those operating system. It is a platform independent language, not like we built application on Windows, it will not run on the Mac machine. But yeah, JavaScript can run the same code on Mac, on Windows, or on Linux. So it is a platform independent language. Now let's see some examples of JavaScript. Like this is a basic application, web application, where we are using the JavaScript. Basically in this course we are going to deliver only the basics of JavaScript, concepts of JavaScript, which you can use in front end or in back end. So both side you can use those basics, and then after this series we are going to deliver firstly on the front end courses, then we will talk about the back end. So now let's see this web application. Here if we click on open image, you will see that when I will click on open image, the image will change. So this thing is happening because of JavaScript. When we click on something, it triggers a event listener, and on that click event listener we changes something. We can change anything. Like on this application we change the image, and if we want to crop it, we can click on crop here from positions, and we can just give it a size like 420 and apply it, and it will change the DOM. So we can change the web page thing by the help of JavaScript. So this is JavaScript basically on the web application. We can use JavaScript in order to interact with our web pages, and we can make websites interactive. If we move to another example, this is a pushing pixel example. Like you see this bulb is lightning right now. If we want to off it, we can off it. When we click it off, it will off the bulb. So this is happening because of JavaScript. So by the help of JavaScript, we click and we fire a click event listener, and it changes the image. Basically we are just changing the image from light bulb to the close one bulb. Okay, and if we open it and if we move this pushing pixel, you see that pixels image is moving that shadow back and forward. So these all things can be happen in JavaScript. We can build games as well in JavaScript. So learn basics before building any application. So let's move to our slide and see the next thing. JavaScript before Node.js. What is Node.js? Node.js is basically a engine. When we in history we run JavaScript on web browsers. Basically there was a JavaScript engine which is embedded in the browser, and that JavaScript engine runs our code. But these days this JavaScript engine is also built for the node for the backend applications as well, in form of Node.js. We named it Node.js, and it uses the V8 Chrome engine, which is used in the Chrome browser. So we will talk about V8 engine as well in later stage of videos. So in this video we are just covering this thing. So before Node.js we can only build web application, we can only interact on web pages, we can build the cross-platform application, but only for the browsers, not for the backend thing, only for the browser, which we can install in another operating systems as well. So JavaScript is a platform independent. It can run that application, that web application, in Windows, Mac, or operating system. And it is platform independent means that same code can run in Internet Explorer, that same code can run into Chrome. So it is platform independent. Now with the help of Node.js we can write the backend application as well, and those are also platform independent. Like .NET was in history, .NET was not able to develop applications which are cross platforms. Okay, now it is .NET Core. So by the help of .NET Core we can build platform independent applications as well. But we are talking about JavaScript here. So Node.js is the engine which we are using for backend applications of JavaScript. So with the help of Node.js we can do so many things, uh, or we can say with the JavaScript and Node.js. So both can be used for web application backend development with the help of Node.js and JavaScript, mobile applications, system applications. We can use these for different technologies like data science, blockchain, IoT, any kind of application, and multi-platform capabilities we can use JavaScript. And if we talk about the tech industry, is really need the JavaScript. Like we heard, like front end is uh, going down, front end could go shut, but it is not possible. Why? Because every application needs a front end, like a blockchain application or a data science application. Finally we want to show the data to the user, and that is only possible with the JavaScript to show on the screen, like with the help of a browser or a system application basically. So like Node.js used for Node.js and JavaScript is used for VS Code to build the system application. Like VS Code is an application which is built on JavaScript, and Microsoft build it. So Microsoft is using the JavaScript, Facebook is using the JavaScript, so it cannot go down. And this is the best language to start your career. Why? Because in the front end you do not need a very big algorithm knowledge and different kind of computer algorithms and data structure knowledge. You can just start with the basics and the basic concepts of JavaScript, and you can go step by step towards your journey of being a developer. So you can start with the JavaScript. So JavaScript expert is demanded and they are well paid. I can see most of my friends are earning from 5 lakh to 20 and 34 lakhs even with the help of JavaScript only. So with the help of JavaScript you can go in your career and you can start from there. And even a lot more courses are there on YouTube and on another on other platforms as well. You can use them, you can practice uh, on different platforms. So just practice guys, then you can do something. So as we know, JavaScript is the only language which is used by 97% companies for front end development. So it is very, very demanded. Okay, so this is demand. This is a demand of industry. We need to learn it. We need to learn it in order to start. If you are from a different background, you can start with the JavaScript. So JavaScript is lightweight. JavaScript is easy to learn, but with the right set of playlist. Don't go one concept by don't go like go to an video of some person, then watch it, then another concept, then another concept. Just go by the sequence of concepts so that you can understand things. Like don't go like what is hoisting, then go to functions. Firstly go step by step, like variables and these things. I will show you the topics which we are going to cover in this video series for absolute beginners. And here we are talking about the industry. So you can see JavaScript is most demanded language in the industry. JavaScript, Java and Python, these are the languages, and you can start with the JavaScript because JavaScript can help you become a front-end developer, and later on you can learn more JavaScript courses on advanced level, and you can be a back-end developer as well, and you can build anything on the JavaScript. Now talk about library and APIs. What are libraries? A library is a JavaScript file that contains a bunch of functions. Means library is just a functions, the pure functions which some company or some boy or some developer group writes and bundled in a package, and you can use those libraries in order to use or use some functionalities easily. Like I want to change the date to some format, we can just use moment. So those libraries have packed with different functions, we can use them directly, and we can save our time as well, like when we are building our projects. But initially you can learn the basics, that how we can convert. Don't go like just directly use the library. See the library how it works. At least few basic functions you should know, like how we can convert these things in the native functionality, like native or we can say like in the direct JavaScript code. I don't want to say native because library is also native because they write in the JavaScript as well. But I want to say like you write your own code, don't depend on the library in the learning curve. Yes, after like moment converts date into different format like mmddyy, ddmmyy. So you can just practice yourself by the JavaScript only, and then you can use the libraries all uh, like whatever you want. Because these things can be asked in interview, like I just want to convert this because don't use the moment, the basics only. They will not ask you the big thing like write a code to do this big thing. in JavaScript that can be done from the from some library. Okay, so don't think like I need to learn a lot of things for the interview or in order to go in this career or get the first job. So libraries are this a bundle of functions, or these are pure functions. What is pure function? Pure function is which takes an input and gives you output. Uh, the same input we pass on, the same output we always get. This is a pure function basically, and which can be reused in whole projects. So functions can be used in whole functions. You can use, you can write your own common functions as well, and you can use in your application. If you will see, that could help lot of peoples. You can convert that in a library and you can publish it on npm. What is npm and how you can publish, I will show you in maybe after 4 5 7 8 videos of this series, or maybe in the next series of videos. So if, and then now let's talk about what is APIs are ready-made sets of code building blocks. These are same as the library, but there is a little difference that this is a code which comes directly from the language. Like the browser gives these APIs, means the functions directly. Functions are uh, exposed to a world from the browser or from the JavaScript engine, so that you can use them directly. Like console is a API which you can use to print some error information and lot of things. We will discuss about console in later set. So console is a API basically, and there are a lot of APIs like new date. You can get the date, current date and time. Uh, so from the help of a new date API. So APIs are built-in code blocks which are in the language itself. So and they are actually they are hard to implement. That's why they are in the JavaScript engine. So and even like I said, JavaScript is a lightweight language, but it is going towards a less lightweight. Why? Because of ES6 is building new functionalities in the JavaScript itself, not writing different libraries, because everybody needs these things uh, today's scenario. So that's why they are building these things into the JavaScript itself, so that everybody can use means you didn't don't do not need to install these things separately. So you can directly use them, you do not need to install it separately. And this is the need of today's era, so that's why they are doing this. So they do the same thing for programming that ready-made recipes do for a person who don't know the process to cook things from scratch. Like API is the same thing, or library is the same thing. Like we receive a kit, like a pasta kit, a ready-made pasta kit, and we can cook at home. If even if we don't know the cooking, we can do that. The same thing is library and API. Now move to frameworks. What are frameworks? Frameworks is the same thing like APIs and libraries. So framework is the same set of functions which we write, or and people can use, the whole world can use it freely and can save their time in order to write the same code which everybody is writing. So we can use those codes in form of frameworks and libraries. So you can see React is a library, Vue.js is a framework, and Angular is a framework. So there are libraries and frameworks, and React is the most demanded uh, framework, or we can say it a library. But with the React and Redux combination, we can say it a framework. So React is the most demanded library in the market, and Vue.js is going up these days. Really, people are using Vue.js, and Vue.js is going towards the popularity. So we can learn these two these days in order to get our first job, and even for our next career. And now what about this course? What we are going to deliver in this course? Just JavaScript. Will cover HTML in separate series. What this means, we are going to just deliver the JavaScript in this video series, because people got confused when I started, and even people started with the mix of HTML and JavaScript, because some people don't know HTML and CSS, but they want to start with the JavaScript first. So maybe they want to be a backend developer, or they have some different kind of opportunity in their hand, and they want to just learn the JavaScript. Maybe some manager or some you know uh, high level organization people want to learn something in JavaScript so that they can handle their team. So JavaScript, we are just teaching you and giving you video courses right now on the JavaScript, but later on we can move to these things and we can show you that how you can uh, you can connect HTML and JavaScript together, and how you can uh, you can interact with your HTML with the help of JavaScript. So how we are proceeding with our video courses, we will go with the JavaScript tool, and we will choose the online tool that you can practice. You do not need to install and set up development environment and those fusses at the beginners level. Okay, and if you already know about basics and you want to set up your development environment, uh, we are going to start a different playlist for these things, because I don't want to confuse people within this JavaScript course. So I am just trying to create a different playlist for these things, like what is Node.js, how you can install it, how you can set up your development environment, what are code editors available in market, what are versioning tools, what are where they will help you. So those things I'm going to deliver you in a separate playlist, and a separate playlist for in-depth theory playlist as well, because I don't want to deliver theory to those people who want to do some practical and who want to learn the basics of the language. Theory is indeed really need of every guy, but few people want to start with some practical so that they will not get bored in the starting. If they will get bored, they will leave this language. So that's why I am delivering it in a different form, so that everybody can learn it. So please bear me with, guys, if you have a problem with it. So JavaScript full beginner course and with the QA facility, I will give you the options where you can ask questions on the YouTube comment section, on the Instagram, on the Telegram, on the Facebook, wherever you want to ask a question. Just open your application, put your question. I will deliver your answer on the straightforward chat or in the form of a video. And if we talk about the playlist of this video series, this is in front of you. This is introduction, case sensitive. I will again explain you the JavaScript and what are the different things in JavaScript and the case sensitivity. Then I will move to next video, variable and constant. Then our next video, type, operator, program flow, functions, objects and DOM, arrays, scope and hosting. What are these? I will explain you in the deep dive. Even if after the video you have any question, you can ask directly. I will create a video for that, or maybe I will deliver directly to you. Even maybe if I have time, you can ask for a uh, for a audio call even. But try to do it with the digital platform, because maybe a lot of people will ask me questions on the audio call, but it will not help other people as well, and even it is not possible for me to deliver everything on the audio. So just try to ask your questions on digital platforms, and I will give you every single platform. Whatever suits you, you can use that. So rewards to learners, maybe I will try to put some questions you can answer, and I can give you some perks if you will give us some good answers on that. So questions received on Telegram and Instagram, answers could be direct on Instagram or in form of YouTube videos. I will try to deliver my best and can ask direct video link as well on your questions. I will put the direct link on your chat or on your direct message. And then what's next for learners after this video series? I will start the HTML and CS, and we will combine the JavaScript and HTML. And then we will create 4 or 5 projects which you can showcase on your resume, and you can get your first job with the help of uh, that resume. Only the basic which those companies only need a basic JavaScript guy who just know what is JavaScript and what are functions and all those. Means the very beginner or a fresher guy, you can get the job from this course. Then after this course, these all things I already told you that I will show you how to set up an environment and the projects, and how you can save those projects to Git. What is Git? A versioning tool. I will tell you what is Git, how you can use that, and what are the benefits. And this is a must tool for every developer, whether he comes from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, or any other language. You need this tool, guys, because this is the most demanded tool in the industry, and it is very easy to use and very give you very ease in your programming, and you can see your history as well. So we'll talk about it later. So after HTML, CSS and JavaScript JavaScript basics, we can move to moderate level, or we will start a React course. Basically both I will start together. You can start as you want, like both or maybe one from the two, like intermediate or the React. That is your choice, guys. So if you have any question, just ask us on Telegram or maybe on Instagram. We are on Instagram with the name Real Coding Rabbit. On Telegram, we are with the name of Coding Rabbit. And on the YouTube, we have Coding Rabbit. On FB, fb.me/Coding Rabbit. And thank you guys uh, to watch this video completely. And please give me some motivation by likes and comments. And I will try to complete this video course for the whole world. And yeah, it even helped me to learn more things. And thank you guys for watching my channel and watching my videos and subscribing me in advance, whether you subscribe it or not. But thank you guys to watch this video at least and give me some motivation. Thank you guys. Bye bye.